Right guys, hi. Cliff Harvey, RC Planes. I've got a new project. The little plane that I made a couple of weeks ago that I converted with the flying disc didn't really fly. It was underpowered. It would have flown, but it was just grossly underpowered. So I chopped the disc off and started to make a new version of it with a different sort of wing, and this is what this video is all about. Okay, so exciting times. I think the main wing has to have a good old lifting section. I found a bit of very light what's that, 3/16, but it's not very wide for a wing, so I'm just going to put two pieces together. So I need a bit there. I'm going to butt join this like that. Okay, it's going to be butt joined. Tightly pressed together, turn it over, run some glue in, close it up, job done. But I want to crack on here. Won't be much of a speed build if I take forever building it. Turn it back, press it down, job done. It did come off after all. Good, good, good. Now that wing has to be angled back a little bit. Now let's leave it the front edge blunt and bring the back end up just for effect, just a little bit, give it a bit of shape. So the overall length is, let's measure it with this, it's there, 3 3/4. Just double check, looks right. Yep. So we draw a line through the center. No point in drawing a pencil line on that. Let's just cut it. Got to give that a piece of shape now. Then I've got to give it an aerofoil and some dihedral. But before I put the dihedral in, I'm going to give it an aerofoil. So I'm going to start by shaping most of it with my razor plane. Got to give it a bit of an aerofoil shape. Not going to get much of an aerofoil because it's only 3/16 thick. Let's finish it off with the rough side of the sanding block. Take it down a bit, go to smooth, do this side a bit. Let's do a bit to come off there. Now that leading edge wants to be rounded up a little bit. Stub wing made. Now I need some dihedral in that, so if I cut through the bottom there along the line, center line, and just crack it, should crack now. Yep. Right, I'm going to give it quite a lot of dihedral actually. Right in there, close it up again. That's not bad, not bad. Oh, stop. So I've got stub wing with dihedral, and that stub wing is going to sit on top of here. Now, as you can tell, this was formed to bend the lightweight foam around into a aerofoil shape. I won't have that. What I plan to do is to make a little piece of balsa wood to go on the top of that to just act as a rest. So I've got to decide on the angle of attack and just make a little filler piece to go in there to stop that rocking about. And the first thing I've got to do is to clean off all this old glue on the top. Okay, so now we got that, and that's going to support the stub wing.
going to sit on top of that, but carefully. If I'm going to mix the hot glue up, I may as well hot glue on this piece of balsa wood. Back from the front a little bit, about like that. And I'm going to add a little bit in there to beef up that join. So I don't want my rotors spinning off, assuming it actually gets airborne. Now that's going to go on there, rather like that. Right, now the rotor blades I've decided to make out the green foam. Take off that bottom bit a little bit. I've cut out 4 balsa discs and I've sanded all 8 blades. Now I've drawn a little grid on the piece of paper, and I'm just working out, I think just by overlapping the blades, and I think the discs actually, looking at them, could have been slightly bigger. It's not the end of the world. Must also remember to make up a handed pair, because they go opposites. Okay, I like the look of that. I can get that tube as upright as I can, looking at it from all sides, and I know the balsa plates are about the same. If I take a piece of wood with a hole through it, or at least a small hole like this, I can then place that on there, push it down, and I put a weight on the top, probably a socket or something, hold it pretty well. Yeah, okay, let's set that one up. I think, okay, I've got a couple of sockets guessed at the size. Let's put that over there. I just put a weight on there, that'll hold it all down. Aha, he's back and the glue is dry, so I've just bent it down and you can take a look. I can feel a small amount of lift under it, small amount of wind anyway. Alright guys, next job is to cut the pivots. I had a David Boddington Autogyro many years ago. In fact, it was probably in the late 70s, and flew really well. So this is what I've based very loosely this on for design. Found an old photograph of one online, and that's what it's kind of based on. But whether I've got any of the geometries or anything else correct, goodness only knows. Goodness only knows. Okay guys, let's sort of dabble with this then. So I've got one little washer cut that'll go on there, and that is a little bearing, only a little bearing. I'll cut another one in a moment, but while I'm going to put these blades on to make sure they're not hitting, so I might have to cut a bit off the end. And that's why we do this stuff, isn't it? Because the blades are just passing by each other, so I'm going to trim them down slightly. Well, they're missing by 3 or 4 mil, so that's fine. There we go. Make sure you put it on the correct way forward, leading edge first.
got to say, actually, it feels a little bit sort of top heavy. Let's hope these beauties provide some sort of lift, as it's conducive to good flying. If they don't produce lift, then not a lot's going to happen. And guys, I think that is about it. Let's just open the throttle, see if it turns the blades. Look at that. Okay guys, it trundles along the floor. They don't spin up because obviously I haven't got enough runway, but overall I think it's quite successful. We'll see how it does in the gym next time I go, and we'll do a follow-up. Good fun just making it. It still goes. They turn okay. That one's freer than that one. Good. All right guys, like and subscribe if you did in fact like it. If you didn't like it, subscribe anyway, and I'll see you in the next video.